Welcome to the channel, guys. Today we are reviewing the Evolution 10-inch miter saw. Is it actually good for cutting steel? Stay tuned. Before we jump into the review, I do have to mention a product, as it helps me support the channel and bring more content to you guys. So as we are in the middle of the cold winter months, Joy Totus has sent me their best-selling snow brush, in return for my honest opinion, right in time for some heavy snow. Right off the bat, it was nice to see that they include everything that you're gonna need to clean off the snow. Whether you're doing it in your driveway or in front of Home Depot after spending 6 hours shopping for tools, you have everything that you will need. It even includes a plush microfiber towel to wipe off the fog on your windows after you get in drenching wet from cleaning the snow off your car, a decent pair of gloves because mine are never in the car when I need them, and a convenient storage bag to keep it all in one place. The handles have a nice soft grip and a heavy duty aluminum construction inside. The swivel head has a squeegee on one side and a brush on the other, and it has a replacement squeegee. The ice scraper has 3 different sides, including a windshield wiper pick. The adjustable telescopic handle definitely makes it easy to reach the top of tall trucks and SUVs. So I think it's a great little package. And after you're done cleaning off your car or your truck, pack it away in the storage bag and keep it in the back of your trunk. So for the same price what it costs to get 3 beers in downtown Chicago, this is definitely a winter necessity. So check them out. The link's in the description and use coupon code DAVE15 site-wide to get 15% off. I'm Mohawk Dave and I approve this message. Now back to the saw. So I picked mine up at homedepot.com for $257, shipped to my door, packaged very well, and an abundance of instructions. So let's put this thing together and read the instructions later. So despite the overwhelming amount of assembly instructions, the saw was actually very easy to put together. And right from the beginning, I was impressed how fast I could make these cuts. Now the cuts themselves were actually super clean. There was no sparks flying everywhere, there was no burn marks, there was no crazy burrs. They were nice, clean cuts. Now the project that I tested this on was my Jeep door hanger for the garage. I was using 2x2 120 wall tubing and there was quite a bit of cutting. So how did the blade itself hold up? Now you gotta understand that this is a multi-purpose blade. It's meant for wood, plastic, and some metal. It's not solely dedicated for metal purposes. Now nevertheless, I was still very impressed. After cutting all that steel up, I still had about 50% of the blade probably left. The cutting power did kind of slow down on the blade a little bit and you could start to see the wear on the teeth, but it was still getting the job done. And it was still faster than a chop saw or a cutoff wheel. Now once this blade is used up, if you're solely cutting metal, there is other better options out there, like the Diablo metal cutting blades that are dedicated purposely just for steel. Nonetheless, I think this blade is still great because it has heavy-duty tungsten carbide teeth, it has a fully hardened body plate, anti-kickback shoulder gullet, and on top of that, it's a thin curve. So overall, I'm very impressed with the saw, just from the ability to be able to do whatever you need to do, whether you need to put on a diamond plate and cut some concrete or natural stone, or you run the Evolution blade and you can cut your wood, plastic, non-ferrous metals, and even some mild steel like I did on this project, or you swap out to a metal blade that's dedicated solely for metal and you can cut tubing all day. It is very versatile and I am definitely very happy with the purchase. So now let's talk about some negatives. The first thing that I wasn't crazy about was the actual clamp to clamp down your material. It was a little bit too much flex in it for me, and even though it's made to clamp down round tubing, wood, and flat stock, whatever you're cutting, The issue was that there was a lot of flex in the clamp, and sometimes it made me just a tad bit nervous for kickback or something going wrong with how much play there was in the actual clamp. Now, the other thing that I wasn't crazy about was the laser guide, just because it was mounted up kind of wonky and it was off in the beginning. I had to try to adjust it, and simply it just doesn't put out enough power. And in certain angles, or when you're cutting in the daylight or the sun is shining a little more, you really can't see it. So in certain situations, it's really useless. And then the last thing was the miter stops on the angle finder. It just felt like there was too much play in all the miter stops, and you could still move it back and forth slightly after it clips into place. So in the end, would I recommend this saw? Before I answer that, I do have to let you know that I am not sponsored by Evolution, and I did purchase this saw with my own money. That being said, would I recommend this? And I would say absolutely yes, 100%. I feel like it's a great buy. It's the perfect fit for every weekend warrior. It doesn't take up a lot of room in the garage, and it has a lot of versatility. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this, and I will see you in the next video. Later.